Hello everybody and welcome to ClubFred and my fantastic water fasting adventure. It's day 13 of season 4, the Great Reset. The results are in, I'm looking good, I'm feeling good. And so, continuing on the theme of my last video, I'm just going to catch you up on the last number of days by reading from my journal. So without further ado, let's get started. From my diary, April the 27th, 2018. It's the hardest thing and the easiest thing all the same time, this fasting, but I think it helps to repress and rebuke this idea of it being hard, and also to slay that hunger dragon. Don't give him any attention whatsoever. Oh, I feel hungry. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Is the wrong things to be thinking or saying. Rebuke that kind of thinking, because to even think it is the path to defeat. Of course you feel hungry, you're not eating. What did you expect? So what? Make that feeling your friend. Tell yourself how good it feels to be hungry. This feeling, hunger, is a physiological response to not eating that makes a mental trigger. And that is the mind warp, because we know what to do when we feel this way, and we have done that since infancy. We feed the hunger, we all know that. We have to unknow that. Before you begin your fast, you need to be mentally prepared in a positive way. You need to know and believe this is not hard. If you are bracing yourself and thinking it's so hard and hoping against hope that you can do it, you won't, because you've already conceded defeat before you have even begun. Believe and achieve. This is worthy and this is not hard. Say it with me. This is not hard. Reading from my diary, April the 28th. It's the morning of day 7. It's a wrap for 6 days already, and at 9 p.m. tonight I will have officially completed 7 days. Time flies when you're having fun. A loss of 1.8 pounds and a total loss of 16.8 pounds. I started a massive project last night, a huge pot of bone broth. I noticed as I got dressed to go to the grocery store that my fat pants actually fit again. Progress. I stayed up very late last night and I'm tired now, and I will probably struggle today. However, those few hours of sleep I got were solid. I haven't eaten for 6 days, and I was all over the grocery store handling food, and then home cooking chicken and deboning it all, and I didn't even feel in danger of eating, even though that threat is a constant danger, and like most things in life, if you don't think it can happen to you, it probably will. So I was aware it was a potential pothole and made sure to resolve not to open that door even a crack, because I've learned from experience how slippery a slope that can be. April the 29th. Today is a significant day, and as I begin this journal, I am aware that it has the potential to be lengthy. It's day 8, and I have completed 7 days of fasting 1 full week. A 2.2 pound loss today, and now in total 19.2 pounds, 8.73 kilos. I began at 258.2 and I blasted through the 40s, and here we are this morning, 239. The energy I have right now is astounding. Yesterday I made a huge batch of sauerkraut on top of a full work day, and all the while a huge pot of bone broth simmered on the stove top. The motivation and inspiration has bubbled to the top, and even while I am not eating, I am playing with food to much delight, and my home smells delicious. Meanwhile, the lower leg swelling, my pitting edema, is gone. You know, being fat isn't cool and doesn't look good, but if that was the worst of it for the price of binging and overeating, then I may be willing. But the problem is it strains your body and causes lots of other problems. They are uncomfortable, painful, and early warning signs of things to come if we don't fix. This part we cannot ignore because getting old is not for the faint of heart, and many people suffer needlessly because of a lifetime of poor choices. This is why I continue to fight the weight. It's not just a number, it correlates to health and wellness. When healthy, we live differently, we engage more, and we can do more. This last while, I had grown out of my clothes. Working from home, I could wear my track pants and my robe, thankfully. I didn't want to buy new fat clothes. My time was up and the fix had to happen. I used to hate clothing. It was uncomfortable, and as soon as I got home, I got them off, choosing instead my jammies. When I lost so much weight, that changed, and my clothes were not only comfortable, I liked how I looked in them. I look forward to that place again soon. This is no cliche. This water fasting is the easiest hard thing you will ever do. This is not hard. The benefits are 1,000 times the cost or the pain. I feel like I am thriving now, day 7. The hunger is a whisper and almost gone. I am now putting it on autopilot to go the distance. I wonder how and why this works and why I am now feeling so good. Imagine a superfood that someone could process and create for you. A single thing you eat that makes you alive and thrive. That is what I am actually being nourished with now. For the last 7 days, I have lived on a superfood, my body fat, which is not the demon most people assign it. Our bodies are magnificent by design, very efficient. It is not wasteful, our body. It takes and stores extra energy as fat. It cleans and processes it and puts it away in our personal pantry, just in case we need it. It is ultra nourishing and efficient and compact, and all we need to survive for a long time. This awareness of fat changed my mind in low-fat foods and diets, and I am now a huge advocate for animal fats as a food source and an energy source. If I am being sustained so well on my fat stores, it just makes sense that it is the optimum food. So if you want to fast, what are you waiting for? You don't need to fuss about with all kinds of planning or preparation. All you need is determination and commitment. And you can begin any time at all. Start today. After all, how hard can it be to do nothing at all? April 30th, day 9, and 8 days are in the vault. A total of 20.6 pounds lost and 1.4 pounds today. My energy and vitality has amazed even me. It's like I've come back from the dead. I have intrigue, motivation, and creativity. I am inspired, and in fact, I'm having fun. At this point, it's two choices, and now the benefits I have over not eating seem to far outweigh the fleeting pleasures of eating. It would be like cheap sex at this point, fun for a moment and then regret, with a new resolve to be a better person and a trip to the altar to repent. I've been so busy with a batch of sauerkraut and then bone broth, and last night a batch cook of sausages for freezing. To be true, the sausages almost put me over the edge, but then I also knew how I would lose the grasp of something marvelous I am partaking in, and it's just not worth it to sabotage. I don't know why I have this analogy, and perhaps it's a poor one. It's kind of like a marriage. It's good but familiar, and then an exciting opportunity presents for a brief fling. You say no thank you, even though it feels a bit exciting, and you know what you have now, while it requires effort, is still the best thing ever to happen to you. Besides, I've seen Fatal Attraction, and that put the fear of God in me. Commitment. It's all about commitment. Cheating is never a good choice. So today is a day of rest, 2 days off. I slept in and I'm lounging here with no plans. I should get out for a walk. I didn't. So far I have done no exercise, and that needs to change, and I have little excuse now that my clothing fits again. I have not been supplementing yet very much, nothing as a protocol. The stuff I need is here, but I feel just fine. It is imminent, but also I feel that perhaps it might impede my progress, so I am not sure when, but I will soon. I just don't really like it, and so this fast so far has been pretty pure and clean. I'm so encouraged with my Facebook group, Water Fasting, Refeeding, and Maintenance. Come in if you're not a member. It's our special little corner of the water fasting world. Our mandate is to share our experiences in the hope to help encourage others to be their best selves. May 1st, day 10 begins, and 9 days are packed and in the mail. A cheap, measly 0.8 pound loss today, but a total of 22.4 pounds so far keeps me encouraged. I had a wee accident this morning in bed, which created an urgent cleanup. I was planning on doing some laundry today, but not like this, and I prefer to ease into my day without a rush. I also plan to get some meat on sale for a great price and batch cook them. But I also realize this is not a good idea. Last night, while I was putting the bone broth away in my freezer, I thought to taste it, and 1 tablespoon turned to 2, and I saw that I was vulnerable, and I pushed the rest into the freezer as fast as I could. Thankfully, the sausage by then were also frozen. Yeah, I probably should avoid cooking for a while now. My hunger is not strong, but eating is unavoidable at some point, and it is going to always be a strong urge, whether hungry or not. This little episode brought my mind to breaking a fast. What is that exactly? A friend mentioned the other day when she ate 2 pieces of bacon while fasting. That is technically accurate. But in another way, who cares if you reset the clock, and why does it matter? It matters for accuracy and for honesty. But if you're fasting and then you have a slip up, I am not for resetting the clock. Just keep going and keep fasting. I think a lot of good initiatives get sabotaged with this idea. It's over, I ruined it, I broke my fast, I give up. That's semantics, you know, breaking a fast. If you're fasting for days and there's an accident, just keep going. If you're on a bike ride and you wipe out, did your ride end? Do you say, I went on 2 bike rides today? It's still one ride with a wipeout. Let the fasting police wear their armbands and get high off their power, and let us just get high off life. So did I tell you all that I have not had alcohol now for 16 months? I had my first beer at age 15 and I didn't like it. I poured it out beside the car when my peers were not looking, and then they said, "Oh, are you done already? Here's another beer." Since then, I always had some alcohol, not in a defining way, but it was always present, and I often succumbed to social pressure because, here's a drink, Fred. And as I had no specific reason to not accept it, I drank it. But now I don't drink. I tell people I don't drink. I don't even want to go to places where people drink. It changes how people act. I have a wedding in June. I'm going to be looking just fine by then in a shiny new suit, but I think I will leave early. So my drink now is coffee, black. It's enjoyable and I look forward to it every morning, even though I have also thought to get off coffee because I see that I get a headache in the morning when my coffee is delayed. I wonder how far I should go in depriving myself and where to draw the line on some of these life pleasures though. On coffee, there's product and there's process. Some people rave about their bean and use a crappy drip coffee pot. I use a perfect little Bialetti that forces steam through the coffee at a specific temperature. Water turns to steam at 212 degrees. And so, for the rest, I'm using Lavazza Italian coffee, and it's good. So that's enough. I think today is the day for a walk for sure. I didn't. Reading from my journal, May the 2nd. Wheels up, I am flying into day 11, and as for day 10, oh, the memories. Another slight loss today, 0.6 pounds, and a total of 22 pounds. That makes yesterday a shit day for all kinds of reasons. I couldn't sleep and wasn't really tired, and then I had restless leg syndrome. That's even more shitty. And then I slept in and I was almost late for logging into my work computer. Yesterday was a meat haul. It was huge. I filled my freezer with lean ground beef for $2.99 a pound, whole chickens for the same price, and pork chops that I found for an amazing $1.80 a pound. I repackaged it all in freezer bags and I feel well stocked. Now I'm scanning for a good deal on thick cut bacon. I would have batch cooked a bunch of that meat and portion froze it, but I thought better of it for now. It's just too tempting. So with lots of bone broth prepared and pots of sauerkraut fermenting and a freezer full of meat, cans of sardines in the cupboard, I feel prepared whenever I would need or want to begin a refeed. And with all my energy and resultant activity, I feel a bit cheated with my weight loss these last 2 days. I was being spoiled with very good numbers till now. Never mind, I see the results in my face and my body. Can you see the difference? It is noticeable and I like it. I put my jeans £40 of pork chops repackaged and ready for the freezer. And the reason I did that is it is $4.08 per kilo. Reading from my journal, today, May the 3rd, day 12 begins, and today my scale showed me a 1.6 pound loss for a total of 23.6 pounds to date. I was hoping to hit the 20s by day 15, and that's only 3 more weigh-ins, and the losses have slowed, so I don't know for sure if that's going to be able to happen. I feel pretty amazing. Yesterday I got into some pants that I bought last fall and they fit again. So, what to do? I went to the grocery store again last night. I really enjoy it, even though I end up buying some weird stuff. They say you should never go to the grocery store on an empty stomach, huh? Anyway, it's pretty much autopilot now from here, and the days are blending together. I have to check my notes now to confirm what day I'm speaking about. Speaking of which, I found all my fasting records from the previous years. I keep a simple recording manual. So I have them all here. Just a simple little form that I printed off, and I can just record. And it just folds like that, and I've got a nice little record to keep. So it's simple and it's easy, and it follows the acronym KISS. And I'm going to give you bonus points if you know what KISS means and if you leave it in the comments below. So that catches you guys up to where I'm at to date. And thanks for joining me today in this video. Thanks for your support. Leave a comment below. I read them all. I appreciate the encouragement. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. You know what? I'm about 120 people away from 2,000 subscribers. So wouldn't it be cool if during this fast I passed that milestone? So if you can help me out with that, that would be great. If you're not a member already, subscribe. And as always, love yourself, stay safe, be awesome. This little episode, no.